So Bedwars has exploded in popularity recently, and just like any other popular game, I'm sure there's a ton of super helpful and well put together video guides helping new players learn the ropes, right? Okay, all of these videos really suck. Fear not! In this video, I'm going to be teaching all of you new players how to not suck at Bedwars. Also, I have some tips in here for some more experienced players as well, so don't leave me, I need watch time. Now that all of that's out of the way, let's get right into this. So there are three main things that matter in Bedwars: bridging, PvP, and game sense. We are going to go from least important to most important, and then to top the video off, I'm going to be showing off the secret Bedwars training server I use to stay ahead of the game. So I've loaded up a brand new creative for you guys so I can show you some bridging. If you want to practice bridging, loading up a brand new creative is honestly your best option. Like, you could go on a bridging server, but for just practicing basics, your own creative with your own custom options is definitely your best bet. Go into your inventory, pull out a block of your choice, and start to work. The basic speed bridge, what 99% of Bedwars players do, is the shift bridge. I don't even know what it's called. I just call it the shift bridge. You place a block, you shift, unshift, and then you place another block. So place, unshift, reshift, place. You keep placing blocks. Once you get the timing down, it's super easy. And yeah, it's really fun. Shift, unshift. Place block. Hold shift, unshift, place block. It's super easy once you get the hang of it. I literally sat in a creative for like 20 minutes trying to figure it out when I first learned how to do it, and now I can do it pretty consistently. Let's see how long I can go without screwing up. So I made it to here and got bored, but once you get the timing down, you can literally just do this forever. Like, it's a super simple, easy bridge that doesn't waste too much time explaining how it works. Anyone can honestly learn this, I believe that. So the next bridge you'll want to learn is basically the same as the straight one, but it's sideways. So if you want to go at an angle, you just click, spam click, crouch, uncrouch, same exact maneuver, except this one's honestly a little bit easier. It's way easier to fall off on the other one. Just crouch, uncrouch, and spam click, and you're good. I'm not even clicking that fast. I'm clicking like 5 clicks per second right now, if that. And as you can see, it's way faster than doing it the normal way, which would be like this. Obviously, this takes forever. You want to do the fast way. So the final type of bridging, I went over it a little bit back there, is probably the most advanced type that I think is worth learning. As you can see, I'm just jumping, I'm holding down the space bar, I'm clicking. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, it doesn't have to be a perfect staircase, it just has to get you up, and it's going to be a quick method of escape for you eventually. So those are your bridging basics. Honestly, if you just sit in here for a little bit of time, devote a little bit of time to it, before you know it, you're going to be a bridging god. Lots of people focus all their energy on bridging, but to be honest, that's the least important part of Bedwars. It's kind of like a flex that gets you internet clout, but doesn't actually affect you that much in the real game. Trust me, if you can do a basic speed bridge without falling off 95% of the time, you'll be just fine. So for the first part of PvP, we're back in our creative testing world. We're not going to be in here for long. I just want to show you guys the basic fundamentals of PvP, and something that a lot of people don't do that really helps a lot. So this is called W tapping. Right now, I'm just going to run at this sheep, hold W and click. As you can see, he goes back a decent amount. Eventually I catch him, whatever. You obviously don't want that in normal PvP. You don't want that to be your player, because eventually they'll start getting free hits on you. What you actually want to do is called W tapping. So here I'm going to W tap this sheep here for a demonstration. As you can see, the sheep flies much further back, and the sheep, like, sheep physics, they're exactly the same as player physics, pretty much. So W tapping versus just running at the guy is a lot better, as you can see. I turned on keystrokes here for an easier presentation in the top left corner. So look, right after I make contact with the sheep, I release W and press it again, resetting my knockback, meaning the sheep can be knocked further. So now that you guys understand the bare bones basics of PvP, we're gonna hop into a duels game, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So these are Sumo Duels. This is literally just for knockback. It's a really good way to practice your combos, which is the basis of all your kills in Bedwars. So I would definitely recommend spending some time in Sumo Duels and just practicing your W tapping, because it really helps a lot. Trust me, like, look how far I'm knocking this kid back. It's also good practice, like working on your maneuvers, just on general ways to be elusive, because there's obviously no fishing rod or anything like that in Bedwars, so it's just good practice. It's a good way to get better with PvP without a rod or anything. Another mode you can practice for Bedwars is the bridge. Bridge duels are super good because, once again, there's no rod. There's a similar amount of hits to kill as in normal Bedwars, and you have similar building mechanics. So once again, bridges are super useful to practice. I see kids all the time like clicking super fast. You can tell because their fist never stops moving, but missing all their shots because they're jitter clicking or drag clicking or doing some crazy clicking method. You don't want to do that. Like, that's not something you want to be doing. Work on aim, focus on aim. Aim matters a lot more in high pixel PvP than you might expect. It really matters, guys. It really does, trust me. So definitely work on aim, not clicking really fast, because the guy that aims better will beat the fast clicker every single time. The last thing I want to talk about here, I want to demonstrate in-game. The biggest weapons you have are the blocks you buy. I haven't seen any Bedwars guide creator talk about this, but blocks are so important in Bedwars PvP. So I'm rushing this guy without a bed, with just blocks, just a sword, just blocks, and I'm going to show you how you can block trap someone and how blocks really help a lot. As you can see, he got caught on that block there if you look at the instant replay, and there just wasn't much you can do. Trust me, placing blocks, it's like a free combo. It's free kills a lot of the time. Watch, he's going to run right into my block like an idiot again. See what I mean? It is a free combo. I was completely losing that fight until I placed some blocks down. He ran right into him like an idiot. He came around, and then I got a free combo on him and won the fight. Trust me, use blocks. It's worth it. PvP can really get you a long way in Bed Wars, but most of the skill gap comes from game sense. Knowing what to do, when to run, how to fight, and everything else in between is by far the most important skill to learn to become a good Bed Wars player. So how can I teach you these skills? It's pretty simple, to be honest. I just can't. The only way to really get better in this area of the game is by playing the game a lot. It's really that simple. The more you play, the better you'll get at knowing what to do and when to do it. So this is the secret to my Bed Wars success. It's called Bedwarspractice Club. They aren't sponsoring this video, or I don't endorse them in any way. They wouldn't even give me YouTuber rank because I'm irrelevant, apparently. I know, rips in the chat. But this server is actually so useful at getting better at literally everything I showed in this video. You want to work on bridging? They have literally every single bridge server possible to work on that. You want to work on technique and block clutching? They have servers for that. This is like my favorite personal one, side clutch right here. If you want to work on your clutches, which definitely can come in handy. I didn't really go over them that much in the video, but this can definitely come in handy with your Bed Wars. I just think it's super satisfying to go through. And most interesting of all, you can actually work on different parts of your Bed Wars game. Like, look, Bed Wars normal, Bed Wars late game, Bed Wars mega. And basically what these are, if I happen to a Bed Wars late game here, what these are 1v1s in a complete Bed Wars style, but in late game, you start with Diamond Armor with Prot 2 and a Sharpened Sword, a decent generator, and you basically kill the other players, just like normal Bed Wars, but a 1v1. These game modes really do make it so easy to improve, just these like little small-sided game modes, so you can work on a certain part of your game, whether it be like the bridging practice or anything. This server is actually so much fun to grind and get better on if you're really into Bed Wars like I am. And honestly, what I use it for right now is just a warm-up server, so it can also be used for that as well. So once again, this server isn't sponsoring the video in any way, shape, or form. I don't even have YouTube rank on here. I'm just that irrelevant. But it really is a good way to get better really quickly, and it's just a good warm-up server in general. So I definitely recommend Bedwarspractice Club. You should join. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned anything from this video, I would appreciate a like and a sub. It really helps me out. Also, go follow me on Twitch. I stream almost every day at 7 p.m. Eastern, and it's a great place to interact with me while watching some high-quality Minecraft gameplay. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!